everybody. Welcome along to the Hindsight Podcast. Glad to have you back on what is the Champions League midweek. Great stuff to have. On Monday, IBK Sports is also like to notify for what is always a very riveting conversation. Gentlemen, good to have you back on what is club football, because we've had that incredible run with the Nations Cup, and that's been brilliant. We actually had the world in a stranglehold, if you like. Right. So, in my opinion, what we've done is basically, give back, give back to European football. We're like, we're back. So,
come and take your players.
And, we've taken care of them for a month thereabout, and except Salah anyways, because Salah ran away before we released him. But let's start off with this. When you think about, the Champions League returning, and I always say it's always coinciding with the February 14 vibes, right? And that's why I love the fact that I'm a football fan, because I can give myself an escape from all that, all that stuff, which is nice. Wale would not agree, but
he want talk the one wey be say you want go see message for your phone before this.
You want me to cover you last.
All that stuff.
Wale has given me confidential information, right?
He don't sell flower. You don't see am.
You know.
Oh, but you can't come here and say all that stuff, but you don't sell flower.
You know.
Oh yeah, but edit and where show the baby.
I mean, you can
Do show the flower. Show the flower.
Now, show me now who you see. You go. Let me know who you will put.
No worry, we'll see on one
No
day.
go show past sponsor. No go show past sponsor. But gentlemen, good to have you here. Right, Abike. Last year you told us that things will be happening around Valentine. What's up with that? Any updates?
Nothing.
No.
Nothing.
But
Everywhere. This somehow now, but we thank God.
Yeah, we're good. Arsenal, I get the sense that that 6-0 win against West Ham is beginning to. I see Haaland scored 2 goals, but that's a way to reply it, right?
Yeah, a good win. That West Ham, very useless team. That's how they came to the Emirates and beat us 2-0. So we wanted to. Actually, they beat us twice. They beat us in the League Cup 3-1 at West Ham, then they beat us 2-0. And we wanted to show them that we'll not be on
I saw a story, right?
This season at
Someone
the
said, our problems last year started when Partey lost the ball to Declan Rice and against Liverpool. This season we've beaten those 2 teams already. We've taken the emotional edge off of that.
Yeah,
right.
And we won the penalty, and Saka has missed only 1 penalty, and that was that stadium.
So it could have been 7-0.
No, last season.
Right.
Last season,
right.
And our collapse started from there, where they came back and they drew 2-2 and blah blah blah.
Are you winning the?
He picked.
You've been on great form, right?
I tell that so, a little guess.
We have to
make I want carry AFCON form come here.
No, don't worry about the league. I don't think any Arsenal fan who is not really into smoking things,
But
we'll tell you that Arsenal win the league because we're not delusional. I'm not delusional. I don't think we'll win.
You
the
hear
league.
last season.
Honestly, last season, I was confident.
I want to know how you look us. Wait till you say you know we'll win now. Because I'm sure you know.
Last season, I didn't know they smoke.
Oh, you smoke last season.
I didn't they smoke.
But I didn't hide the smoke.
I asked you that. You didn't hide the smoke.
When I talk nonsense last season, but this season, the expectations.
But how does that make you feel, though? Very confident to win last season because you were close to win, but this season you don't have the expectation.
No, but I have to be honest. I thought Arsenal win last season.
No, I thought we'd win last season. Things were just falling in place.
No, I'm just saying, like, how does
how does that make me feel?
Because it's supposed to be a progression, not a regression.
I feel really good that we're still in and about it. I was looking at the table. Liverpool have spent how much money on strikers. Man City have got De Bruyne, have got Haaland. They've scored, both of them have scored only 2 goals more than we've done. You know what that means?
No.
If I stick a centre forward in that team that knows his way to go, win the league easily. That's what
I've told you, come and get Højlund.
That's what it tells me. Because if you have those players, if you have those players, and the difference between me and you is not that significant, it means if I have someone who can stick a ball in the net,
it doesn't necessarily mean.
No, it doesn't. It means that because there was the ball Saka gave to Trossard yesterday. Saka just chops back and whips it in. And Saka's done that at least 70, 80 times this season. He does that all the time. At least 3-4 a game. If you get a striker in that position who knows how to put the ball in the net, if Haaland gets those kind of crosses, say 60 times, he probably scored 30 Premier League goals.
I agree with that.
Oh,
You know,
or
Arsenal
Victor.
don't have
Or
a
Victor
center,
Osimhen.
or a Victor Osimhen. Arsenal don't have a centre forward who you know can get goals out of nothing. You know, so we're basically, you know, scrapping our goals from. And this season, the difference has been, you know, Odegaard has dropped in terms of productivity. You know, Saka hasn't been the same. You know, Martinelli. These guys were on double figures at this stage of the season. So that's why I think, you know, we may not have enough to get over the finish line. But
Right.
if we're in the conversation, you know, in February, March, I mean, it's been a good season.
I wanna speak about, you know, I mean, there are so many things we've not touched on before we get into. I think there's just one game in the Champions League that is very worth speaking about, and that's the Atletico game, right?
Who they playing?
Atletico play Inter Milan.
Inter Milan.
Yeah,
What Bayern playing?
Bayern,
Napoli
Bayern-
Barcelona is going to be a good game.
I think Bayern
Napoli,
Lazio.
Barcelona.
Bayern play Lazio. Lazio.
Lazio.
What's going to be entertaining about that?
You know-
Napoli.
Napoli are going through a lot. Barcelona are under.
Xavi,
Barcelona,
In a lot.
Xavi's-
Barcelona are a
Barcelona are
lot.
trying to drill oil.
Xavi's
Oil is where they are good.
Xavi's press conference now, na excuse. I don't know the problem again.
No, nothing say this coaching thing easy now. Now why they run him out that
Should be
day?
when we talk about that here, say
Xavi say,
He
Say,
don't
I
talk
never
corner.
want to behave like that.
That's
you
the
don't
guy
talk
said.
corner when I say now steering turn. Say the car never turn.
They're always coming at
Barcelona
me.
fans,
They yell, Xavi.
come there.
Xavi say,
Come they swear for my family.
they're always coming at me. I don't want to continue again. Any
Imagine.
small thing, they come at my family. They abuse me. I
Imagine.
say,
And you
you
want to
don't
be
play
successful.
game. You don't play football. It's the same thing. You are the one that demanded for it. To be honest, I think Xavi started well. I think winning the league, no one expected that.
Yeah.
Last season, I remember how
Real Madrid were
a lot of you guys said, I don't think this guy has it. But in the end, you know, he won the league. And as much as the board really don't understand what it is, I feel that you don't use past glory to maybe give people opportunities. And I actually think they sacked him.
Of course
I
they
think
did
it was a sack.
They
I think it was more of, you know, being respectful that, bro, sharply tweet that thing. Tweet am say you dey leave the job. Because if you know tweet am, sacking you know na disrespect. So
You know, be disrespected.
no, it is. It's a club legend, and I will tell you that a lot of Barcelona fans are still very delusional.
Roman Abramovich
Some
left
of
the
them will tell you.
WhatsApp group.
Some of them will tell you that he's still
Club
doing.
statements.
Bundle
Club
club
bundle
statement.
their meeting to the back room.
They say, I think it was Mikel that was saying that, you know, once you see the helicopter,
come.
Okay, serious.
Once the helicopter
I'll tell
come.
you a story, right?
Wow, Mika said it.
Yes,
I'll tell you a story, right? And immediately Mikel told that story. I remember that story, right? In my secondary school, once somebody gets expelled, right, the school bus will start. It was a boarding house, so you didn't have anybody coming and going. So full boarding house, right? Once you see that school bus start,
Someone
right,
has been expelled.
and drives out from the parking lot, right? And I'm not messing around. It's top faith, right? Right. The school bus will come out and drive around the field to just warm up a little bit. And back in the day, at school, because of the this was back in the day, this was maybe early 2000s or mid 2000s. Mpatak wasn't as close to Ike or Uyo as he was, so it was a distance to go from Mpatak to Uyo. All this the kids at top faith now wouldn't know that. But literally, once that school bus started, somebody was suspended, somebody had an emergency, or somebody was getting outrightly expelled. So when I saw that Mikel story, that once the helicopter
Mikel
comes
said,
to the training ground,
Mikel
somebody's
said,
losing his job.
Mikel said, once the helicopter lands, Abramovich comes in with a translator. He speaks Russian. The translator, they translate for English. Abramovich is shouting at the top of his voice. What is nonsense? He goes, if he asks them, say, he will ask them, what's the issue? What do you think the problem is? The coach is fired. Now he can't remain the players. Firing them. The guy himself, they translate in English. The guy
Himself,
tweets at the
that's
top of his voice. Say they translate.
That's
Say
a hard
Abramovich-
job.
He say Abramovich go say, what? You think you have a contract? You think I can't sack you? So I'll pay you. I'll get you out. Bring another player tomorrow.
Kick you
What
out
do you think? I will throw you out of the club. What are you doing?
That's the literal translation of heads will roll. Like, the guy will not come and decapitate
Is it because
anybody
you
in
signed
the
a contract?
way.
He said, I'll pay you your money. You get out.
Being ruthless, is it the right way to go? Because in the end, I think Madrid and Chelsea, I think if you are looking for teams that have been ruthless over the years in terms of
This is where
sacking
Arsenal. This is
managers.
where Arsenal. You ask them for Chelsea or waiting.
Yes.
No, he's asking it. I don't know. Maybe ask.
No,
him.
but
I'm saying, is there a way to go? Like,
I think that when
in
you-
a high performance environment,
Yeah.
there's only
So-
one way to keep standards up.
So,
Yeah,
so
true.
you would also see that was why when you were speaking about they like the coach, I was looking at what I said. You see, when the players themselves, because you need the players to also be on their game in the sense that we don't have this relationship because we like each other. We have this relationship because it's an excellence environment.
Our job, yeah.
Once you do well, we are good. If you don't do your job,
We're
we
not
are
friends.
not friends.
Pep has said it. Pep said, if you're not, we're friends. We don't
I
need
mean-
to be friends. Pep said,
Cordial
we're
and all
friends.
that. But
We don't need to be friends. If you do your job,
We're good.
We're very good. If you don't do your job, we are not
We're
friends.
not
Everybody
friends.
sit down. I'm the boss. Everybody
Yeah,
sit
yeah,
down.
I'm the
Nobody
boss.
talks. I'm the boss.
You understand? So that's
Like,
if you
that's one
hear
of the greatest videos of all time.
if you hear
everybody
this,
sit down.
if you
sit
hear
down.
the same
Nobody
players,
talk.
if you hear the same players
love
tell
that
you about, if you hear the same players tell you about what Abramovich would do, oh, say maybe they win a title, Abramovich brings all of them on his yacht. Say he's shut down, party everywhere till the end of you understand? Oh, this person, Mikel needed to go to sends a jet to take him there.
So they can understand
So
when
it's
it's
about
it's
performance.
flipped.
Because father gets kidnapped and he's like,
He
do
say,
you want
"Alpha,
to
do you want me to send people there?"
Do you want to handle it?
Hey!
They will rescue him.
That make it do.
You understand?
Are you
Yeah.
see-
He said,
Hey,
Alpha, do you
powerful
need me
people,
to send
we
people
can
in there?
sort it out.
So what that tells
Let's
you is that
if your people cannot do it, we can
Abramovich.
handle this.
so what that tells you is that, bro,
Abramovich.
so long as you people
Call on
perform,
phone,
so you
Roman.
can tell that, bro, the relationship is that here we succeed.
No.
So long as
So
we succeed,
everything you need
we are good.
to make you succeed,
I will give you.
I will give you.
But I will take nothing less.
I think that and the only club that has managed to, I will speak about Poch in just a moment. The only club has managed to replicate that, right, is Real Madrid, right? The players know, right, that 2 bad games is all you need to be on your way out.
Yeah.
Two bad games. You see what
Yeah,
what Joe
it's
Bellingham,
good you mention Real
see what Joe Bellingham they do. Make it just play 2 a classic when you no play well. You get it?
Bro, Martinez. I think
don't know.
Benitez, no,
Benitez.
say this way the carry.
You go
Bro,
drop up.
Benitez had about, I think, 60-something% win record or 70-something. And
Oh,
he got sacked.
that's not the standard here,
Bro.
bro.
As in,
Ronaldo.
for
Let me tell you.
You
Guy,
don't know how
Madrid
they
actually
move.
was
You don't know
past
how
Chelsea.
Madrid they move.
Madrid was
and
past
this
Chelsea.
Madrid thing.
Yes, that it was.
Madrid was past
You know,
Chelsea.
people haven't. people
Chelsea's
haven't
from the
followed-
owner.
Yes.
Madrid is
It's
from the
everywhere.
fans.
See, let me
This,
tell you.
the
Can
way
you remember?
Madrid moves, this thing that they do, people were watching football in the 2000s, 2010s and up. They don't realize that it's a way Madrid have always been.
It's the way they've always been.
They've always been. The fact Del Bosque. When we're watching football in early 2000s, we
Senior.
used to see Del Bosque like.
Senior man.
Oh, this guy now god for coaching. He was coaching Zizou, Figo, Ronaldo, Beckham, all these guys. Madrid sacked him. He won the Champions League 2 times.
Yeah.
They sacked him.
him.
Do you
Bro,
know what I mean?
did
Madrid
you see-
sacked. What's that German coach? Ben Schuster.
Yeah,
Ben Schuster.
was doing a good job.
Schuster won the Champions League in 1998. They sacked him the following year. Madrid. Madrid.
Did you see
this thing
that
at
David
normal
Beckham?
level?
Did you see that David Beckham story where he talked about when the first training session he had with Real Madrid? So Ronaldo, De Lima had the ball, was about to score. And Beckham is in his documentary. Beckham says, "So I slid in, and he just put his foot on the ball." He's looking at me like,
Why are you behaving like?
"Who's this deal with?"
behaving like
Bro,
this?
that's David Beckham. And
behaving
there's a
like that?
clip. There's a clip that doesn't entirely capture that story, but you can see it there. The guy Beckham don't slide come. I saw it on Twitter. Beckham don't slide come. The guy they look Beckham like they say, "Baba,
You know I went white.
what is?" So the pedigree
what's all
Madrid
this?
they've always had. When Perez came in, imagine Perez coming in and saying, "Look." And remember, if you saw the documentary, before he contested for the presidency, he was contesting against somebody that they thought nobody could win against.
yeah.
They had won the Champions League with
Yeah.
them. Perez just came and said, "Look, it's Real Madrid. We should be doing more. We should be bigger than this." He said, No. I'm going to win it. We're going to sign Figo." How'd you go and sign Figo from Barcelona?
Guy.
From Barcelona. So let's speak about. I mean, a nice way to lose
That
it
was very
Right,
insulting,
right.
by the way. I mean, it be like me Arsenal go put bid that time, say one sign Kane.
You know, crazy stuff.
If you
Yeah,
sell,
it might
if you sell
still
Kane,
happen.
you sell Kane to Arsenal. If after that time when Kane they play for Tottenham,
Yeah.
Arsenal say go put bid 100 million. if Levy came give us that, they will burn down his house.
The British Parliament won't allow it to happen.
They
The unrest. I'm sure, social unrest. The society comes first. Don't do that. People are doing. They will put a call to the man. Stop that deal happening immediately. I was like, I'm wondering, like, Arsenal win FA Cup. Then what should they sing about Tottenham? Like, well, enjoy your trophy. Enjoy your trophy. Like,
like that's something Ghana. That's Nigeria beat South Africa. It's a Ghana father.
Ghana they collect.
Ghana
they collect. Anyway, I want to speak about Pochettino. Let's just let's get the measure on that, right?
Yeah. That thing he wears on his right hand, please forgive me.
So Poch wears something on his right hand. Mourinho has a set of wrist bracelets that he has from his daughter.
They leave white collar jobs.
Those things are so beautiful.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But speaking of Poch, right? I feel like he just arrived. Poch is a teddy bear. He's a nice guy. When you see him, he's just cocooned. He wants to give you a laugh there, that kind of thing. But
likable
guy. But you see, I heard a story that after that game against, I think it was Wolves, the guy went into the dressing room and was like, you know what? I haven't built this reputation, right? For you dimwits, right? To mess it up. I went to PSG, I came back here, I've seen players. So I like, basically the summary is that the guy turned to the players and was like, you know what? Damn the consequences.
And person go,
right?
person go bet, say Aston Villa go beat Chelsea the next day.
I heard like, the next day in training, he tears. So apparently it happens the next day. Then he calls Thiago Silva in, for a word. I'm like, I don't know what you have going on at home, right? But that thing, your wife, it must stop. Now, obviously, I've read this somewhere, right? That Thiago Silva was actually like meant to apologize on behalf of. I don't know if you saw the wife.
He said Thiago Silva said Thiago Silva went and spoke with him. They had their Pochettino is private.
That sort of thing. Matter of fact, the guys who reveal story like Pochettino actually called him and like, you look, you're an OG, but that cannot happen again.
We mess you up.
That cannot happen again. Either you leave now or the apology comes. So I feel like he's only just arrived. When a manager arrives at a football club and they want to do it the way that will please people, it will never work.
Yeah.
It would never work.
It won't.
Right. And that's why I think Pep is the most is a case study in that ruthlessness. Right. I'm coming in here. There's a reason I'm in here. The moment I come in here, I don't want this guy will not be part of my system. And sometimes it could be
even if it's just to prove a point.
It's just to prove a point.
I watch one Pep documentary and
this is not a Pep.
No.
I don't say
So they're like Pep is so ruthless that Pep will probably not talk to you. Pep knows that he wants you out. He won't give you body language. He won't give you anything. He will go straight to the owner of the club. And before you know it, you start hearing rumors that Rufai is say most time all these clubs they plant some of these stories as well. You see Rufai to Qatar or Rufai to Napoli and all this. So in the end, when you made mention of being ruthless, I think apart from I think I prefer club's method because in the end you still want to have a relationship with these players even outside the fact that you are not managing them anymore, because in the end when you go to
what end?
When you go to the owners, to say, I think I don't like this guy. It's different from you calling like the Mourinho style. You calling the player to your office and telling him how he doesn't know how to play football. I think that's a way different thing.
So Calvin Phillips. Phillips. I think he granted an interview and said that he was 1.5 kilometers more when Pep told
kg, sorry.
When Pep said he was overweight,
which is not a lot.
Which is not a lot.
But in a high performance environment,
doesn't say were you overweight or not.
Yeah.
And Pep called him out. Somebody said the guy did not respond. He didn't go public.
He left.
He kept quiet and all of that. That's God say Sancho left the WhatsApp group. He said if Sancho did Man City, he go say people like me.
He no go talk.
but-
He won't say
Have you seen after that first week when they announced Sancho for Dortmund? Have you heard any other highlights? Has he after when they cross ball, trap on like this? Have you seen another thing again?
No, they hate on
Wait,
the boy.
no.
He go score
Give
goal.
me no. Wait 3 weeks. I see. Approximately 3
That
weeks
man
from
should go
now.
assist. That first game. He don't run. he
Yeah,
don't
see
run.
that,
I
yeah.
don't see
I never see
stats.
anything again.
I don't see start. They said Sancho played only 5 minutes in the game, but he still managed to miss 3 big chances. I said, maybe that leave.
United should say,
Man,
is Sancho
you-
not playing football
Man,
again?
you-
Like,
the agenda.
because that first week, he be like say, now only Sancho.
agenda, yeah, the
you know?
agenda.
So the
The
point
agenda.
is like, so
You
where,
know,
where,
get
where,
sense.
where are we with Chelsea? Because
no get sense.
I see Chelsea fans say, you know, let's go back to the old system. You know, let's fire until we get it right.
The fire until the house is burnt down. Keep firing. You can't do it. It makes no sense.
Rufai, what's your read on this Pochettino?
No. I think
You
Chelsea.
don't,
and
you
I'm-
don't want me to fight talk.
no, Rufai will talk. And this is me, you know, being dispassionate. I'm not a Chelsea fan.
Right.
And when you look in, you know, and using the Arsenal model, if, you know, we look at Arteta now, and, you know, I see the guy, I like, look up, you know.
But you know what I talk?
I just-
You get what you tell us
Samino-
privately.
Samino-
wait,
Talk
wait.
am here.
Wait.
Talk am for
I
here.
see they look at him. But you look at the team and you can see the imprints of the guy on the team, you know, the running power of the team, the energy. Because everybody in the team just realizes that this guy is the boss here. He's making the major decisions. You know, Ramsdale is on the bench. He's not granting any interview. He grants any interview, he's gone out. He's out of the club. You know, he's on, you know, if Chelsea fans realize that era of firing managers, it can't work now. It can't work now because teams are closing in. Aston Villa is getting closer. Tottenham is getting closer. If you keep doing it, you will finish 7, 8 every year and it will be a normal. If you keep firing managers, because if you bring a manager in, more so if you have a manager at Pochettino, and you know Pochettino is a good manager. He's a good guy. Not quite sure about winning trophies, but he's a guy who knows his stuff. But, you know...
You fine, but I don't think say beyond wife
No.
material.
No, be like, he's not that deep.
What is he good at?
So if you're talking about trophies, what's he called good at?
But you have a guy who can work with young players. Just have a truckload of really good young players. Really good young players. And
They're not really good.
no, they're really
they are
good.
really good.
They're really good.
They're
You
not-
know, I know I've been
They are
harsh.
really good.
I've been harsh in the WhatsApp group on Cole Palmer, but I think, you know, every time I see him play, he looks like a player. If you-
Kopama is a really good young player.
if you roughen him up a little bit, he can be really good. Nkunku, top player. Top player if he
What happened
stays
to
fit.
Kuku? Please,
Nkunku
what
is
happened
not
to
fit.
Kuku again?
Even Nkunku is fit. You know Nkunku is a top
Merigi
player.
nko.
Nicholas
Who is
Jackson.
that
Origi.
Chukwumerigi.
Now, DK.
Nobody wey Chelsea no get. I go see Chukwuma today.
Now, Kadigbo, you go see. Be like you dey mad. He
Ejimi
said that
Ejimi
Chukwumeriji.
I wonder what.
This guy don't get sense.
I say wetin dey happen.
He said that Chukwumeriji.
So man, by the way.
You dey mad alone.
Really to go already. That's too much, eh?
Stop it, please. So we look at that Chelsea team. You know, I see these young players and I say, these players, 1-2 years, these boys can really be good.
So,
But
I
that
think-
Lavia, which Chelsea side, I've
I
not heard
think
that.
senior man have said the most of it.
But wait,
You
wait,
don't
Lavia
go-
did.
He's
No,
injured.
when
Lavia
Lavia
did.
did.
He's injured now, show.
He's injured. Still
now.
injured.
Player, no dey
Now
injured.
he's here.
It's like I said, it's like I
You
said.
see,
That's
you don't
ridiculous.
go.
I paid his family bill.
You don't come
Enzo.
into a game. You don't come into a team like Chelsea, play against Liverpool, City, and all of these teams.
Yeah.
And play like that if you are not a good player.
Yeah,
See,
of
forget.
course,
You
of
can
course.
say, oh, it's because big team they raise their game. You get game first now. Why you raise them?
Mm-hmm.
If you know Sabi play, you know Sabi play. There is nothing you can do about
True.
it. But I've always said it that there's a reason people like Sir Alex, Arsene Wenger, they would say, look, these young players, you have to manage, manage the load, manage this, manage that. The one thing that we know about young players is the lack of consistency, being able to create a level and staying there
and doing
for
it
the
all the
entirety
time.
of the season,
Yeah.
doing it every game. That's the biggest thing
So
with young
how
players.
do you solve that problem?
So the only way you solve the problem is time. If you have set up this thing and you say, oh, this is the manager that we pick to make it happen, the only way you do it is time. You see,
Allow it.
the reason you win on the field, there's so many things behind the scenes. You basically turned the club upside down. There is no coach that you bring that will then win immediately.
Of course.
When Mourinho came the first time, it wasn't this tabula rasa that he met. It wasn't this empty board that he met. You are gone.
There were
to
things on ground already.
you had gone to the semi-finals or quarterfinals of the Champions League. You had won cup titles. You had, fourth or fifth in the league. John Terry was there. You had a couple things.
Right.
But when you change your ownership, administrators, the boardroom, the medical team,
it can't be that easy.
Come on.
I want to speak about what's the read on Ten Hag. I just sense that I feel like it's whether one storm is coming out of it, and I see Højlund scoring goals now. I told you, let me give you Højlund.
Love him.
Why do you want to give him?
I'm happy with Højlund, and I said at the start of the season, for people who only watch the Premier League, I watch Italian League a lot, and I see this boy, and I know this boy has got real desire, and he wants to be in a position where he wants to score. At Man United, I see him being forced to do jobs that I'm not sure he's very comfortable with. All this ball playing outside the area. That boy is a penalty box.
Did you see the
boy
goal?
is a penalty box striker.
The goal,
Get the ball.
He dribbled the guy onto his right and smashed it.
That's his job. He wants to be in and around the box where he's taking advantage of things, and I'm happy for him. When he wasn't scoring in the league, people will say his money wasted. It's not money wasted.
This is will take time.
And the funny thing is that if that boy came to Arsenal, for instance, this season, he'll hit the ground running.
A lot of goals.
He'll hit the
because
ground running.
Different
because he's different. He's in a position where, and he's a hard worker. He's not like when you find a striker who's breaking his neck to be in a position to score. And you have wingers like Rashford who are hanging on to the ball way too long, or Anthony. It's almost impossible. And that's the same thing we're talking about Osimhen. When you have a striker who is in position and strike wingers who are taking an extra touch instead of getting the ball in. I'm so happy for him because I think he's going to score a lot of goals.
Yeah.
He will score a lot of goals in the Premier League.
What do you make of? I'm always very skeptical about giving young players too much props.
Yeah.
But what do you make of Kobe Mainoo?
Yeah.
I watch that kid.
You have asked me that question.
I watch that kid. I'm thinking, Ghana need to get a hand on this boy. Like, whichever means, man.
He needs to get a hand on Ghana.
He needs to get. My brother, God bless you.
I think what he needs now is proper management, because talent is there.
Yeah.
So who gets to manage him? Who gets to have an off-field relationship with him? Because in the end, you might have the talent. We've seen Pogba.
I don't think talent is that important in the modern day.
Yeah.
I think temperament too.
We've seen a lot of things.
Because you can have, sorry, IBK. Every time I watch
sorry.
No,
make your answer.
Every time I watch Kobe
No,
Mainoo,
I'm coming to you with a Man City title
You love that one.
Make your answer.
you come back. Just 1 point. Every time I watch Kobe Mainoo play, it's just when you see young players, they get really excited. They want to get on the ball. They want to try. They want to be seen. But the temperament to understanding his position, when he's on the pitch, when he needs to slide in. I don't see him sliding all the time. When he needs to nick a ball, get on the ball, release it, get into position. If he needs to, drop his shoulder. The boy just does everything right. His temperament to play at this level for his age is top level.
But can he go on with it?
I think he can.
Bro, look, the boy is 18, 19. No?
18.
He's going to have bad days. He's
Of
going
course.
to have bad games. It
And
comes
the funny
with the
thing,
territory. It's
he
impossible.
had a game
But Pogba
against
was
West
like
Ham.
that too.
He had a game at West
Pogba
Ham.
was not like that.
Pogba was
Don't
like
do
that.
that thing you're about to do.
He had a game
Why?
at West
Which
Ham where
Pogba
he
is that?
gave the ball away.
was like that
when
too.
West Ham won 3-1, he had a game where he gave the ball away. The manager took him off. The next game, the manager puts him back on. And you're always thinking, when a young player makes a mistake, what he wants to do is hide, run away from responsibility. Don't play with that boy.
I was speaking to an OG friend of mine, and he said Mainoo has made us realize that Amrabat is very limited.
Yeah.
Like be waiting with the always. If you sabi play ball,
You get
sabi.
player.
like, so I'm watching Mainoo now. I'm watching Amrabat. I'm like,
Amrabat don't go back.
Amrabat
He
did.
ain't go back.
But
The way they
I get the feeling that I get the feeling that his axis is pointing somewhere.
He go back.
In compass is pointing somewhere out of the gate.
He will go back.
Now tell Amrabat to
Amrabat is a player.
Again.
Is an off the ball player.
Let's not do this thing where one thing is said, right, and it's taken to this extreme.
This one is.
You understand?
Now I be waiting when I do me last week.
Amrabat was wanted by Liverpool, right? wanted by some top clubs, right? Probably should have gone to Liverpool, right? That's why when you want to do business for your life, don't follow all these emotions. Say I was a boy fan. Don't do all those things, right? Same thing with Caicedo as well.
Like
right?
Osimhen.
Caicedo was one. Don't go to Chelsea. Please
come to the Arsenal. We hang the ball.
Go to the Arsenal.
We stand it at the far post for you.
Make sure that they play.
Odegaard. Odegaard and Osimhen.
La Capitano. Martin Odegaard.
We don't see this happen before.
The camera boy.
The camera boy.
Anyway,
Thunderstrike Jamie Carragher, by the way.
Somebody say, Carragher, say, they don't plan the agenda for that Arsenal Liverpool match down. Say, Liverpool will win the game. As Liverpool don't win, they still go with the agenda. Like, they don't change the script. They still go with it and say, so why you everything like that?
You know what waiting to find? They find the wheels have come off. We always knew the wheels would come off. Arsenal, but they didn't know
That's why they celebrate.
I think I can't go the food. He pay me gone.
No, but let's have a read on that, right? Before we get into it. I do think, right, that Arteta's celebration was slightly over the top, right? Now, my problem with Arteta's celebration is
mountain.
You are the one that's gonna determine the mood of the players ultimately, and the players have to look at you and get a sense that you haven't.
Let him talk.
No. I'm serious. The players have to look at you and get a sense that there's something he's passing to us. When I see the manager run like that, right, and the next Monday morning, we're still 3 points behind Liverpool or whatever it is, or something like that. What was all that craziness for? Of course, winning a game is great.
Excuse me, sir. The same way you said it that time. Let me go.
What's all that craziness for?
I'm not an
right.
fan.
So the manager for me should be the one saying, you know what? It's a great time. I like the players. Let them celebrate. But I know the job we have to do. So I sense that you can say, I don't know, man.
The reason I disagree, right, is that look, you want your team to be level-headed, stand on business, but you don't also want it to be a graveyard.
Of course,
you want it to be emotional to the right amount, hard work to the right amount, everything. You don't want it to be what joy comes from winning in that regard and not celebrating because you don't want to be over the top.
Nobody's not saying
don't celebrate.
I think they should celebrate.
And guess what? Let's take it back to the young Jose Mourinho. Is he not going to celebrate that way? Arteta is a young manager. Let him see, because at the end of the day, I understand the level head. There's still so much to do. That's there. We understand that. But that we also understand we take it one game after the other. The fact that we have celebrated the way we have today doesn't mean we are not going to go to the training ground and the technical room and analyze the hell out of the next game we're going to play.
I'll give you,
put ourselves in the best way to win.
I'll give you context, right? Look, I think the Arsenal you see, when you work hard for something, right? I don't believe in delayed gratification, right? I believe that, you do something for yourself, get gratified immediately. You never know what tomorrow holds, especially when you live in this part of the world. When you've gone 32 match days, right, at the top of the Premier League table and lose the title, it has to leave you with a sense of awareness, right, that you can have a very good season and not win that title.
Yep.
As a result, Liverpool did what, 1 point twice.
But that wasn't because they celebrated one game.
As a result, it is important to do the reverse. When the players see you, they know that the job we have to do to get this kind of celebration we have not done yet. Right? That's my opinion. Wait. Don't you expect at your level to be Liverpool?
No, this is wrong.
The celebration Jose had in the semi-final of the Champions League
was because he beat a Goloya.
If I wait,
Liverpool are not that.
No. Guess what? Wait. Now let me respond to you directly.
I want to use the El Clasico as an example. Hold on.
Baba, wait now.
Hold on. I don't want to forget this. Hold on. Wait.
But bro, Mourinho was coming from Porto. Were not a small team. They were not just as big as Liverpool in the Champions League. He had won the UEFA Cup the year before. then that season
Still
he
in the
was
small
doing
league.
a treble.
Still in the small league.
Then that season he was doing a
he
treble.
hadn't won it yet.
But
No.
guess what?
The context
the
is
whole
no.
point of the conversation you're saying is
Relax.
that there's still job in front. It was just semi-final. You still have to play the final.
But Liverpool-
right? But he ran across the length of the pitch.
It was against United.
Yes, now
You get, right?
he ran across the length of the pitch.
So he runs across the length of the pitch, right? On his way to a treble, right? He hasn't won it yet,
Now you be
right?
now.
So in the context, this is FC Porto and Man United. This
small
is,
team.
Relax. This is big tech and startup.
Yeah,
Basically,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So you can understand like what have we done here at Old Trafford, right? I believe that Arsenal in their moments now must now know that they are a bona fide Premier League contender.
Now you be.
Hold on.
Okay,
And,
celebration now.
and as a result, some results shouldn't make them react in the kind of way. If United beat Man City, right, in a 3-1 game, I can understand if some young players go, you know what, like that's something we didn't expect to do. What
United.
What it tells me is that Liverpool, that Arsenal didn't believe it could be Liverpool.
Now
No.
you be.
No,
Let me
not
hold
necessarily.
on. Rufai,
Even if that's what they thought.
Rufai, hold on first. Hold on. I don't hold on for you.
Again,
Let me give you a practical example.
the players can,
Yeah.
You be out to give you a practical
players can
example now.
celebrate like that.
You be wait.
Oh,
You be
look at
wait. Let me give you a practical example. Now this is it. I wanted to use the El Clasico before.
Come ballet.
Wait. I wanted to use the El Clasico before, but I want to use a practical
You
example.
always
Now-
try to go Spanish league.
why?
now,
we
now,
just- why you
now,
don't use
now,
Italian Serie A?
Now let me give you an example of Lekki United last season.
Oshie.
So we were on
the
top
car
of
for drive, but
we were tied
reverse.
on top of the table with Ojodu City. So the point we're on the same point, and probably it was like, okay, what are the games were coming in and the rest. So we played against them, and in the end, when you win games, some games are 3 points, but they are more than 3 points.
Yep.
Now, why I want to fault you is that it's not as if you call them at Quilocks or you see them for Vertigo Bar and Lounge where they buy a zoo.
All this free
You
high.
get now top stadium. Now top
Where they buy a
midfield.
zoo for club or something.
Now in the
It's
moment,
just the moment.
adrenaline.
There are games you win that you know
The
that
moment you get off
the
the
games
field,
that
The way I'm
You're
shocked
telling
with
the
this
players-
thing you see and these people are saying it.
The
The way I'm
game-
shocked.
no,
with
game-
that.
Why you be said nitpicking? That's what it is.
yes,
You see,
exactly.
the way
The
I'm
game-
shocked.
I believe.
They are
I
three-
see it.
These people, they,
3-point game.
they paddle stats. Arsenal don't do well against the top 6 sides.
Yeah.
Arsenal,
Senior man,
18
no,
matches
na
without
agenda,
winning.
na agenda.
No.
Arsenal,
Honestly,
Na
We
agenda.
don't knock
Again.
Liverpool 2 times now for 2
Make
seasons.
them no celebrate.
He said, make we not
Senior man,
celebrate.
celebrate
Make
too.
Thunder fight all of Oda.
Celebrate too, senior
No,
man.
that they talk this nonsense.
Senior
No,
man, if
that they
you
talk-
know see trophy celebrate. This one celebrate time.
Baba, make my manager celebrate the
know-
passion
see, the
when
one
he
me I
won't
know,
celebrate.
the one me, bro, in the heat of the game.
Baba,
Sometimes, bro, in the heat of the game,
Baba, you
your
go celebrate
adrenaline that's
too.
busting through your body,
Even me
guy.
say I
They don't
That's
know.
why I
Bro,
respect
bro,
Balotelli a lot.
bro.
You score goals against the best teams and you stay straight
No,
face.
but that is a normal person.
But
He's
playing
not.
the cultist.
He's a normal person.
He's
But
a,
this is a
they
cultist.
paid me to score goals. Guy,
So
But please don't know what person.
let's wrap it up on Arsenal and just let's leave it there, right? When you what was happening at Arsenal was a carnival atmosphere. It felt like watching I'm watching Arsenal. I'm watching Odegaard with the camera. Obviously, he has an explanation to it. You know, this guys work for the club
Yeah,
for
of
a long
course
time.
now.
It adds up.
There's a guy at Chelsea like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guy has been there all his life, like literally. So
It does add up.
the kind of way he
Omo,
plays with the players is
Oyibo
different.
they try.
It does add up. You know, it's in Nigeria that you hear someone say, you've been working in sport for 15 years. You don't get an happy way you think.
You know what move forward.
You don't want to move forward. Are you crazy? Like,
You get this
you know-
particular guy. They make TikTok videos with the guy. They post him. That's how
Yeah.
much the guy is close
it
to the
should, no,
players.
it should be a thing of pride, right? To have job stability.
Yeah.
Where you can work in a place 10 years, 15 years, and it doesn't mean you're stagnant. It just means
No,
that,
come
you've been stable and you've been valuable enough to the corporation that they see it because it's not everybody can do.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's not nitpick with that. But I was just saying, sometimes the manager has to take the lead and be like, you know what, let's get off the field. It's a good result, but let's go do it inside.
When Arteta said they older, you go see him. You
Yeah,
go
of
they
course.
score goal.
I-
The way
I-
Jose did it.
Yeah.
I believe that as well.
A young
right?
man.
I believe
leave
that as
am,
well.
leave am. That was a very good analysis. You know, leave young man make him celebrate him win. They say now Arsenal know the big.
You see the same way they say Ancelotti. Say nothing faces the
That
guy.
one
He go just they look.
Go and watch
They
him.
score last minute goal. He go just they look.
Go and watch
They
him
say
20 years
they
ago.
equalize person 3-3 for
You
final.
understand? He
Wait
just-
if you all time
Wait,
pass
you
down
get,
on
you
him.
get. You have seen it all, my guy.
My brother, yes.
Bro, they
Yeah,
equalize
yeah,
that.
they
They
exhausted
If
his
you like,
quota.
use your hand score a trick.
They can't win. No, now in the league, Theo, they can't win.
Look,
Am.
say wait I never see.
I don't see it at all.
You get.
I don't see it at all.
3-3 for final.
Yes, now. Wait if he pay the
I don't see
person.
it at all. Like
I don't know everything.
But nothing when he beats you.
nothing if you tell me pass like that.
3-0.
You know.
With some of the best
You know,
players in the world.
Wait after now go down to celebrate.
I don't tell you that when Van Nistelrooy talk. Van Nistelrooy say he play Champions League with AC Milan. He said before they give you pass, you want shoot them. You don't see 3 people. Nesta, Maldini, Gattuso. He said all of them don't put leg like this. It's like when I won't kill me.
You sure he passes ball when he play like this? Is it more than this football? You know.
Rice Blanty, we need to do an episode on them.
No, that's Blanty.
Rice
The
Blanty.
most fearsome football
He
team
was
I've ever
scary.
seen. Scary
He
football
can't
team.
get seed off.
You know.
They'll get Gattuso, get Ambrosini, can't get seed off,
Guy
get
football we see
Ricosta,
up the play.
Zaggy.
can't get Kaka. No.
That's why you're going far. You get. Then Gilardino will be like, they won't kill you first.
Like,
Like boys will be say,
football don't
shoot
play.
us.
Cameron never played for AC Milan yet.
No, Juventus.
Juventus.
Hi,
Juventus.
Cameroonese.
I love that guy.
Man.
Remember one man Youngstown.
No, football no they get
Oh,
no
you-
worry.
Ronaldo change
When
position.
Football no
when
dey
Gabriel
get.
Hines they man you. You understand?
That's why we love this AFCON.
You know.
Football no
he
they
picked.
again.
Stam won't finish Ronaldo for
You
that
go,
match.
you go enter pitch.
About
You go no
switch.
say. You go no say now men won't play ball.
You know.
You know, make gonna let Arteta celebrate.
Let's leave
At
am
the end of
abeg.
the season, if they no win league, we go there to try.
Let's leave it, gentlemen.
Let him celebrate.
Please, I mean, keep the follows going. Keep it going. Let's wrap it up there. What you think about? Just give me a prediction. Where you think Arsenal finish the season? You know,
I think Arsenal will finish third.
Third?
I think Arsenal will finish third. I think Man City will win the league. I think Liverpool will be second. I think Arsenal will finish third. Yeah, but you know, because I just feel like defensively, Liverpool, I think they're susceptible. You know, if you bang on,
you be like the old
yeah,
Van Dijk is back.
Yeah, if you bang on that door,
The old after the new Van Dijk.
Don't follow
The
that.
original Van
I
Dijk.
think it's, no, I don't even think it's Van Dijk. I think it's collective as a team. I don't think the defense.
So what they was saying that Konate is better than Saliba.
Any
But that thing that Saliba did in that game, he should not do it again.
No. The Saliba, I won't swear for him. That thing when he did do that, you see ball
Be like
play ball.
within Lam and Torres do.
He they do
Lam they
Rose.
shield Torres like this for
Now they heal him now.
Don't try.
for
Don't
Euro finals.
try.
Torres just say, "Oh, you don't come on this side, make me."
Yeah,
like
he
this."
say
Don't
after the one shift blame, go give Raya. I say stop that nonsense. I see what you guys do. I'm not a big Raya fan, but leave
You
am.
hide your favorites.
Baba Saliba clear ball. He no one concede corner.
Yeah. Saliba should have.
When I don't play on the 7.5 corners per match, kick ball, make ball, come on corner, he dey shield ball.
Anyway.
You know, but I think Arsenal finished third, and I was talking about Liverpool. I think that collectively as a team, I don't think obviously up front they will score goals. They have enough quality. The only one player I want in that Liverpool team is Jota. You know, put him in that number
That
9
Jota
position.
agenda, we don't start.
Baba Jota is a
He
fine.
says he's the best finisher in the Premier League.
But Jota is a very good player.
No, he's a good player.
He just doesn't stay fit, you know. But defensively, and with Man City, I just
When
feel
is
like
this boy coming back? What's his name? Timber.
they've included them in the Champions League
next month.
group stage or
Yeah.
Champions
Gabriel
League
is squad.
squad. So it feels like he
be back-
They're
probably
saying
back
next
soon.
month or
he
so.
will be back soon, and
March.
just get him back in that team, that left back position.
He go score 30, abi.
You know,
So you're tired of Zinchenko now?
The way Arsenal
I'm not
fans
tired of
always-
Zinchenko. You know the funny thing. I don't know what Arteta the reason. Zinchenko plays for midfield at this club, at this country. This signing of Havertz wasn't necessary. You would have played Zinchenko in that midfield position.
We're
we
attacking
play
midfield.
Yeah.
So
I'm
we play
playing.
them back.
I'm playing Timber at left
But
back.
Timber can't get injury, so that.
You know.
You know.
Don't put Zinchenko.
Where's Chelsea at? What's the ambition?
Worst case, I think they finish mid-table.
Win the League Cup. I'll probably
No,
think-
mid-table
look,
the
you
standard.
see
Now,
that
if
League
they
Cup
don't
game?
relegate.
You see that League Cup game?
Worst case, they finish mid-table. Best case,
Mid-table na 15.
best
You know.
case, top 7.
Europa League spot.
Top 7. Which Chelsea be that?
League Cup, yeah. You see, and that's the thing about this whole Chelsea. If you don't follow, you hear a lot of things. There's a lot of agenda because the team is suffering now. Like I heard you want to mention Caicedo. Caicedo is playing
He's
playing
actually
very
playing so well.
Everything what you're hearing is his agenda. It happens because the team is in a bad place. It's fine.
Enzo
You know, we
come.
let it. We allow because you understand.
Enzo agent.
When
don't
what's his
come
name?
and talk.
Go and look at the free kick he scored. Should bring me one
Eze
of
the
your
commercial.
Barcelona,
Eze the commercial.
bring me one of your Barcelona
Enzo-
players. I can bend it in like that.
No, Enzo na my
Bring me one
boy.
of your
Stop,
Barcelona
stop,
players.
stop,
I can
stop,
bend it in
stop,
like
Enzo
that.
to my country, so I know
Stop
get
talking
you.
nonsense.
So-
The open mic
But
says not a
I
top
don't
player.
talk him before now.
My brother.
He's the producer, but you don't get sense.
What is Eze the top player?
Let's moving on. Don't dwell on it.
I'm
No,
not
saying.
no
So you
Enzo
see-
Slada
so
here.
you see-
Now my
so you
fellow
see-
countryman.
So you see, with the League Cup, I don't know, man. League Cup, we're playing Liverpool, so you can't, and with what referees are doing these days.
What
No,
referees
it's
are
true.
doing this?
We
So
play,
are you beating the excuse?
No. He's on my timeline.
I see
Don't
the.
invest.
I see the.
You don't invest
You're
excuse
putting
already.
on a platter.
No.
Invest
He's
now,
on my
invest now.
So
timeline.
you recall? I said only recall the video. I
He's
said
on
it.
my yes,
Invest now.
exactly.
Invest the excuse, invest now, wait.
He's on my timeline
What they record
months
the video.
ago where I tweeted it that I don't think these Premier League referees are making mistakes. I think there's genuine corruption in the game, and that's just my own opinion.
Don't talk about-
But moving on.
Before the
But moving
play
on.
the final, you don't go play.
Wait, but moving on. We've played a League Cup final with Liverpool. It was a refereeing decision that cost us. That's a cup we should have won. It has happened. We've played against them how many weeks
You not play
ago?
final for League Cup.
We played Lukaku. Where Lukaku.
Oh, yeah,
I said
no,
we
no,
played
no,
under
no.
Tuchel, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It has happened.
And the League Cup is
We
this
played
month, Abi?
we played Liverpool a few weeks ago. Somehow the referee says
diabolical decision.
kicking through people is now okay. It has happened.
You've got to be stronger.
I bear
You've
in
got to stay on
mind.
your
I bear
feet.
in mind. Chelsea were shocking in terms of performance, but give those decisions as they should be. So if this thing has happened, we have that track record against Liverpool. I don't know what will happen in the
Why
League
no
Cup
be
final.
PFL be this? Stop him.
Nah, I just they talk am.
Stop
so
am,
that
no
you
be
know.
PFL be this.
If we come and we play bad, I'll say, oh, we're bad. But not
But
when.
you don't also tee him up. You don't tee him up. This was Girona don't beat them. So this was
He
nothing
gave them
concern. I mean concern club football.
Now why no one make AFCON end? See the way he entered today, he was so sad.
And they see people, they take Barcelona straight win 1.22.
Who will? Like, I didn't know you. I would have given you a dirty slap.
When you see Barcelona start odds 1.70
Refresh
to
your
win
pick.
match,
Pick them.
pick that one.
When you
That
see
1.70, that 1.70,
Pick
pick
them.
them. They go win them. I'm telling you, even like Bayern Munich, they very useless team. You people Bayern Munich 1.70, pick them. They will win it. Now those guys in games they like. See Barcelona at 1.22, you go pick them. They play 3-3. Now they cry for Twitter.
By the way, I'm very sure that anytime from now we'll have a breaking news from Germany.
Club statement.
A club statement is being
club
typed
statement has been made.
in Germany. It's
There's
happening.
no way
it's
out
happening.
again.
That hurricane. Oh my god.
Oh,
I told you.
How do you go there and score a lot of goals and then end up
Ah,
not
no,
winning?
if Hurricane does not win a
You win
trophy,
the one
if he
sack.
does not win the Bundesliga this year,
Nah,
no,
Hurricane
no.
go now you go type the letter.
But she took get sense. Are you with the one side? Even they bring Dyer come for you.
Dyer.
I just say Dyer say yeah the news go show say
They want me
which
for
Bayern?
Bayern.
This
Which-
guy- this guy-
say no be football manager.
This
with
guy
this.
want to sign McTominay. That's why
Bro.
Ten Hag.
want-
Those are two.
He
those are-
want sign
those
Trippier.
are
He want
two
sign
people-
McTominay.
Bro,
He wants to save
Dyer.
his job. I think
Bro.
he's looking
You
for
know
a way
somebody
to save
actually
that
said
job.
after he left Chelsea that Tuchel's talent ID is horrible. I used to think it was just, what do you mean talent ID? But this thing that I'm seeing now.
Eric Dyer.
said-
What
I
are you?
was surprised.
Naim by Sterling, Yeah.
No, Koulibaly could understand, at the time, but
know,
that
but
took us
Sterling-
there. Like Sterling,
When you don't have a striker, you don't have creators,
You know.
and you came and brought Sterling.
yeah.
He just want a player who's different, play in tight spaces, get
Someone
the
stop
ball,
it now.
and run at
Hey.
different.
I don't hear.
I don't want that senior man, make senior man shut up. Stop it there.
I don't hear you. Anyway, keep the follows coming. We've grown our YouTube following to I think 5,000 subscribers, if I'm not mistaken. Or we'll get there in with a couple of follows. So thanks for that. Keep the audio platforms alive. TikTok as well. We'll see you very soon. Bye bye, gentlemen. Well done. Peace.